Hi, welcome to another Lewis Art vlog. Today I'm going to be building a canvas. I'm just going to let the glue dry for a minute and then we're going to have a look at the 12-ounce duck cotton canvas that I've purchased. Okay. So when I usually build my own canvases, in the past when I've used calico and then I used the gesso, this is the one that I started with. I've tried a few others and I'll at some point maybe review those. And this is the Graduate Gesso Primer White. It does the job just perfectly well. It's a reasonable price but good quality, which means I can keep my costs down, and as I always say, that means that I then don't have to put those prices onto my sale. Don't have to quite recoup so much in my sales prices. So any savings that I make, I can then pass on to the customer, which is important, I think. Right, okay, so that was a bit of a waffle by me. So that's what I would normally do if I was to put in my own canvas on, calico blank canvas on. But I've done something slightly different this time. So what I've done this time, I wanted to come away from calico and try duck cotton canvas. So what I've done is I've ordered 60 inch by 18 meters worth of primed artist canvas. This is a double primed 100% duck cotton canvas, so the quality should really be there for this. It is more expensive, but again, you know, what I really want to go towards is the most professional looking canvases that I can, and I think this is the way forward. So we'll see how it looks when I get it out of the box. Should we do that now? So let's have a look and see what we've actually got here. Out it comes. Oh yes, very nice. Very nice. It's got that real top quality canvas feel. Yeah, so out it comes. Oh my word. It weighs a ton. Put the box down. So here it is. Remove that. So the canvas itself, it's very good. Yeah, it's obviously already gessoed, so that's positive. It has a little bit of crumpling at this end, unfortunately. I think this is where it's been stood on its side. It's not the end of the world for me. It probably would stretch out anyway, but it's not the end of the world for me because I'm going to sort of work off of. There's going to be about 12 inches left over there, so that won't affect me for what I'm doing for my canvases anyway. And it looks good. It looks like it's got a good tooth to it, which in art terms is basically the grain of the canvas. So basically the more tooth, the rougher the texture is. And it allows, it will sort of help for the paint to bind with the surface better. So that's something, that's a positive. That looks really good. Perhaps the tooth texture there is better than the calico, which is kind of what I was hoping for. So good stuff. Let's unroll it and have a look. So here it is unwound. I think I've just created a bit of a crease through the middle, but again, I'm not worried because I'm pretty confident that that's going to tighten up. Now, one of the things I do with the calico is calico is quite easy to stretch. I'm curious to see how this works in comparison, because I've got a feeling it's not necessarily going to be as easy to stretch the way that I've used it before, and it may end up that I need some sort of stretching tool to get that canvas wrapped around really tightly. So yeah, as you can see, so there's a little bit of, there's a gap on either side. I'm going to let that go actually today. I'm just going to put it in the center, push it a little bit further out, so I've got a similar sort of gap all the way around for this one. So this is 16 meters. I've got 15 canvases. I was hoping to get them all within this. In theory, I should get all 15 of them done if I'm careful, and then still have a bit left over. We'll see about that, I think. But if I cut with inside, I mean, the thing is with the wrap, all I need is pretty much about 4 inches to make sure I'm wrapping around the whole canvas edge, so that should be okay. So I should be able to do this. as long as I'm cutting in a straight line, and that's that sort of thing, making sure that it all fits into place. So that's pretty cool. So as I said, with 16 meters of canvas, the golden rule for me when cutting canvas is not to go over a meter this way. So that's 100 centimeters. So I've pretty much got up to here. So I'm going to work that out. I'm going to cut that out now, and then we'll see what that looks like. I've got to keep the line straight, obviously, when cutting. That's going to be a problem for me. And then we'll see. Just as I said, already with this much wrap, I've got enough to wrap around there. So I've got enough here. So that's 3 inches over. So if I did the same at this end, I'm sorry I cut between metric and inches, I don't know why I do that. So that's 8 centimeters over at this end, and so 8 centimeters over at this end will be here, which would mean roughly each sheet needs to be cut to about 92 centimeters. So I've got a little bit of room. I'm going to be a bit generous and go up closer to 95, 96. So I've got enough, make sure I've got enough wrap around, because again, if I don't cut the line straight, I'll be in big trouble. So this is my first time doing this with a roll this size in this space. So I'm actually just trying to work out how best to do it, and so on and so on. So what I've done, and this is actually weirdly, this is the perfect size, even though like I said, I was going to cut the edges, but I think I'm going to not do that now. I mean, I've got a little bit more room up this end if I move these boxes, but this is ideal. So what I've done is I've drawn a pencil line down at 96 centimeters. So that's the line I'm going to cut to. I'm going to cut that out and then flip it over, and then I can put the frame on and we can have a look. Yeah, my scissor lines aren't great, so you know, definitely with the calico in the past, what I've done is I've just kind of eyeballed it, so to speak, and just gone down through and cut. But I think obviously because this is more expensive, and I'm kind of pushing it for making sure that I've got enough over the time, I think I'm going to be a little bit more accurate with this. So that's why I've marked it to the 96 centimeters. And we'll cut it now and we'll see where we are. All I've got to do is find a pair of scissors, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to cut it now. This may seem a bit of a sort of back to front candid way of doing it, but I'm basically doing it so you can see on the camera what I'm doing, which means I haven't really got the arm room. But anyway, here goes. First cut of the day. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. It's a thick canvas. It's good. It's good quality. I'm really liking it, and the even coat of the gesso. Yeah, it's always good. Just on that note, I often say gesso. It could be gesso, but I've always said gesso, so I'm going to stick with that. Apologies if that's not how you pronounce it. It's driving you mad. But you know, there we go. So here we are. Lovely. Just cutting through the line, along the line there, as closely as possible. This makes me feel happy. Yay! I'm excited. I always love this point. I actually, you know, I've opted in the past to just go out and buy a canvas, but I love this process. I love building it. I love getting involved in this bit. I love putting it together. And I love the feeling of, you know, what's to come, the excitement of building a canvas, taking it all the way through from pretty much from sort of like birth to, you know, leaving to go and live somewhere else with a family, or you know, with whoever decides to buy the picture. And I love that process. I just think it's fantastic, and I'm really lucky and privileged to have experienced that. And I'd like to experience it again. So I'm just moving the canvas out of the way, just so that we've got the full space. Putting it on its side there. So there we go. That's the canvas cut out. And now I'm going to flip it over, and then we put the frame on it, and then we tighten it all up and we have a look and we see what it looks like. Exciting times.